Let's get right into it. Number 1, your fingernails. You clip them, you paint them, you nervously chew them when your Wi-Fi lags, but fingernails, they're just flattened claws. That's right, you're a clawless predator cosplaying as a typist. Nails evolved from the claws of our primate ancestors, giving us a precision grip to peel fruit, groom, and eventually text at 3 a, like anxious raccoons. The disturbing origin is that nails were survival tools. They made us better at climbing, scraping, and fighting, and while they still protect your fingertips, they also serve as creepy little growth logs. Nails record stress, malnutrition, and diseases like tree rings. A doctor can literally look at your nails and read your health history, which is both useful and mildly terrifying. And if you've ever wondered why nails keep growing after death, well, spoiler, they don't. Your skin just shrinks and dries, making the nails look longer, which is straight out of a zombie movie. So even in death, your nails insist on one last creepy illusion. Punchline fingernails because evolution downgraded your claws but left you a permanent to-do list. Number 2, your Adam's apple. That lump in your throat, yeah, it's not a badge of masculinity, it's just an oversized cartilage guard for your vocal cords. Technically, everyone has a laryngeal prominence, but in men, testosterone makes it jut out like a doorbell you never asked for. The creepy part is its origin. The Adam's apple exists because your voice box literally drops during puberty. Your vocal cords stretch out, making your voice deeper and in some cases, crack awkwardly like you're auditioning for a squeaky toy convention. The cartilage around it grows to protect those delicate folds, but it also leaves you with a permanent throat speed bump. Evolution's reasoning, communication. Deep voices were more intimidating and more attractive in our caveman dating scene. But the side effect is that the very thing that helps you speak can also choke you to death. Humans are uniquely bad at swallowing food without it going down the wrong pipe, because our voice boxes sit so low. So yes, the Adam's apple is partly why you can sing karaoke, and partly why grapes are a choking hazard. Punchline, it's not a sign of strength, it's basically a design flaw with good PR. Number 3, your pinky toes. Let's be real, pinky toes are the unpaid interns of the foot. They don't balance you, they don't carry weight, and their only job is to slam into furniture at 2 a.m. and ruin your week. Yet evolution once gave them a starring role. Back when we were climbing trees, grasping branches, or sprinting barefoot across savannas, every toe counted. Now your pinky toe is a shrinking evolutionary souvenir. Some scientists predict it might disappear altogether in future humans. But until then, it's just hanging out like the appendix of your foot. Oh, and fun fact, stubbed pinky toes often break, but because doctors can't do much about it, the treatment is basically tough luck. Wrap it to its body and keep walking. So every time you smack that tiny digit on the corner of the coffee table, just remember you're suffering for an ancient climbing tool that evolution forgot to uninstall. Punchline pinky toes are proof that evolution still hasn't figured out how to cancel old subscriptions. Number 4, your kneecaps. Patellae sounds like an expensive pasta dish, but no, they're the floating bones on the front of your knees. What's disturbing is that you weren't even born with them. Babies start with cartilage blobs that only turn into hard kneecaps years later. So for a while, toddlers are just wobbling around on jelly knees like human gummy bears. Evolutionarily, kneecaps are shock absorbers that let you walk, run, and kneel without snapping your legs like breadsticks, but they also dislocate like divas, a wrong twist, and suddenly your kneecap is sliding sideways like it's auditioning for So You Think You Can Dance. And then there's the sound. Knees love to pop, grind, and creak, especially as you age. That chorus of Rice Krispies isn't just annoying, it's a reminder that your knees are fragile relics from an evolutionary gamble. Some scientists even argue that bipedal walking, our big achievement, is also the reason knees are doomed to fail. Punchline kneecaps are like IKEA parts, super useful, but don't be surprised if they fall off mid-assembly. Number 5, your belly button. Ah yes, the navel, the body's forever scar, and the only proof that once upon a time, you were basically a parasite mooching nutrients through an umbilical cord. Romantic, right? It's like a weird little crater you carry around as a badge of your early freeloading days. But here's the disturbing twist, belly buttons are bacterial theme parks. Studies found that a single navel can host over 2,300 species of bacteria, many of which are new to science. Some navels are so unique that researchers literally compare them to fingerprints. So yeah, your belly button is a microbial snow globe, but instead of looking pretty, it's festering with microscopic tenants. And let's not forget the lint. Belly button lint is basically a recycling plant made of dead skin, fabric fibers, and body oils. Your torso is somehow vacuuming threads from your shirt into a tiny lint trap. Humans are literally born with an internal laundry hamper. Punchline: your belly button is both your first lease agreement and your body's worst storage closet. Number 6, your body hair. Oh, body hair. A love-hate relationship if there ever was one. You spend half your life trying to get rid of it, but it's actually the scrappy evolutionary sidekick that refuses to leave. Back when we weren't rocking North Face jackets, body hair kept us warm, protected us from UV rays, and acted as bug detectors like tiny motion sensors going off when something crawled on your skin. Nowadays, it's mostly decorative. Eyelashes help keep dust out, eyebrows keep sweat from blinding you, armpit and pubic hair. That's where things get disturbing. Those tufts exist to trap and spread pheromones, the sweaty cocktail of body odor that once made us smell sexy to potential mates. So yeah, your armpit funk was once the hottest fragrance on the market. The weirdest part, some of your hair is basically on autopilot. Goosebumps, remember them, literally try to fluff it up. You are a self-inflating plush toy that forgot its fur. Modern humans are just the patchy end of a once glorious carpet. Punchline: body hair, because evolution decided you needed a built-in bug alarm and a dating app made of sweat. Number 7, your tonsils. Let's talk about those fleshy little speed bumps in your throat tonsils. They're part of your immune system, stationed like bouncers at the back of your mouth. The idea is they trap germs coming in from food and air like mucus-soaked security guards shouting, "Not in my club, buddy." Sounds noble, right, until they get infected themselves. Then they balloon up, hurt like hell, and sometimes even require surgical eviction. Fun fact: in the early 20th century, tonsil removal was so trendy that about half of American kids had theirs yanked out, whether they needed it or not. Some doctors literally believed removing them boosted general health, like updating your iOS. The origin tonsils are lymphoid tissue basically, evolutionary experiments to help young immune systems. The creepy part is, while they help kids fight germs, they're kind of useless in adulthood. By the time you're grown, they're about as relevant as a MySpace page. Punchline: your tonsils are heroic child soldiers who retire early and then just sit there waiting to betray you. Number 8, your appendix. The appendix is basically the Tinder date of organs. Nobody's really sure why it's still around, and sometimes it tries to kill you. Historically, it was thought to help digest tough, fibrous plants back when kale wasn't just a garnish, back when it was your entire meal plan. But then we upgraded to fire, cooking, and DoorDash, so the appendix became kind of unemployed. For decades, doctors called it vestigial, meaning useless, but plot twist, turns out it might serve as a safe house for good gut bacteria. Like a tiny panic room in your intestines where the friendly microbes hide during food poisoning. So yes, your appendix is basically a germ Airbnb. The disturbing part: it's fragile. One inflammation and boom, you're on an operating table before it bursts and floods your insides like a biohazard water balloon. The appendix kills about 50,000 people worldwide each year. That's right, an organ smaller than a chicken nugget can casually assassinate you if it feels cranky. Punchline: it's the body's equivalent of a roommate who pays no rent but might burn down the whole apartment. Number 9, your tailbone. Ah yes, the coccyx. Sounds fancy. Right, it's French for you used to have a tail, but now it's just a bony butt stub. That's right, you're walking around with a fossilized reminder of when your ancestors swung from trees like discount Spider-Man. The tailbone served all kinds of useful purposes: balance, grabbing branches, swatting flies. Today, it's mostly a glorified anchor point for some muscles, and occasionally, a way to discover new levels of pain when you fall down the stairs. Oh, and here's the kicker sometimes. Babies are still born with little tails. Doctors surgically remove them, but yeah, it happens. The coccyx is like that embarrassing family heirloom you can't throw out. It's technically still useful, but mostly it's just a ghost of evolution's past haunting your pelvis. Every time you sit too hard, remember, you're basically injuring your phantom monkey tail. Punchline: you don't have a tail anymore, but your butt still remembers. Number 10, your wisdom teeth. Dentists love them. You don't... Wisdom teeth are like that one cousin who shows up uninvited, takes up space, and ruins Thanksgiving dinner. These molars were super useful when our ancestors were gnawing raw mammoth jerky and tree bark for dessert. Extra teeth meant extra grinding power. But fast forward to today, where our food is soft, processed, and occasionally microwavable. Now wisdom teeth erupt into jaws that are too small, causing impactions, infections, and a lifelong fear of oral surgeons. Fun fact, in some populations, evolution is literally phasing them out. People are just born without them, like nature finally agreed to cancel this terrible subscription. The disturbing bit, archaeologists found that ancient skulls had plenty of room for these bad boys. But because of agriculture, softer diets, and smaller jaws, we basically bred ourselves into dental chaos. Your ancestors got to crunch on raw roots. You get a $3,000 bill and a week of soup. Punchline evolution basically said, you like smoothies now? Cool, enjoy your teeth prison. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.